guess we're starting.
Hi, I'm Debbie Haggard.
I'm Liddy Posh.
And welcome to our first Facebook Live presentation. Today we're going to be talking about some fun activities that you can do with your toddler for summer. And of course, being that it's Debbie Haggard and Liddy Posh, we are going to include some music. I want to talk just a few minutes about how important music is in the development of our little ones, and why we use so much music in our program. First of all, we use it because the kids love it, and we like to see happy little toddlers running around. It's very good for boosting early learning. It helps them increase their vocabulary. Gives them an awareness of sounds that sound alike and sounds that sound different. Gives them an awareness of time and tempo. And it
activates parts of the brain that lend themselves to language and to learning.
Exactly. And beyond that, it's part of our culture, and it's part of our heritage. And I think it's important that we keep that alive. That we become not just observers but participants in music. And you don't have to be a great singer. That's not important.
Oh no, if you can't sing well, sing loud.
Sing loud, absolutely. So it also supports the tendency to move. I don't know if you've seen little 9-10-month-old babies. They hear music with a beat, they will start to move to the beat, and the next thing you know, they're dancing. So that's one of the reasons that we love to use music in our program. It can teach, new vocabulary. They can learn words. Sometimes they'll learn words in songs before they actually learn to speak them, just because it's repetitive and they hear the same thing over and over. It's also very calming. It can be soothing. That's what lullabies are about. You sing your baby to sleep because it's calming, soothing.
It could also be exciting.
It can.
And get those little kids up and moving.
Yes, absolutely. Enhances your memory through repetition, and it's just part of life, and we gotta do it.
So all of the activities that we do today are low tech. Nothing gets plugged in, and I'm all for that, because sometimes kids focus in on the lights and forget about the learning part. So all of these are low tech, they're low cost. We're talking things that you can find around the house for the most part. There is so much incidental learning that happens when kids are at play. And I think as adults, we've forgotten how important that play is. But when kids are playing at the right developmental level, they are really at work.
Yes.
So all of the things that we have are pretty open-ended. There's no right or wrong way to do these things. They are learning things like cause and effect. So if they're playing in the water tub, the question is, well, what happens if I scoop water and tip the cup? What happened, or how did I make that splash? Does this little person sink or float? Okay, so there's all of this thinking that's going on. And toddlers are like little tiny scientists. They're always experimenting with things that are around them. When they're playing, they're problem solving. So why do things happen, and how can I stop it from happening, or how can I get it to happen again? A lot of the water play that we do, along with the music, of course, is very calming. So scooping and pouring rice, beans, water is very common for toddlers. A lot of these activities encourage pretend play. So even kiddos under 1 can kind of pretend. If they're pushing a boat in the water, maybe you could, pretend like the boat was in the harbor, and oh look, or maybe Daddy's stationed on the boat, and just kind of pushing it along. But you can become the captain of the ship, or you can become a mermaid. Okay, so there's lots of pretend things that you can do.
Absolutely.
There are tons of language skills that happen during the activities that we've got today. So kids are learning, it could be counting, it could be measuring, There are science words like sink and float, asking and answering questions. All of this happens during play, but you know what? It all happens kind of just under the surface. So you're not giving them a worksheet. You're playing. So it's fun like that.
It's got to be fun. If it's not fun, they're not learning.
That's right.
So our first activity, I wanted to show you, these are the egg shakers that we use in our music class. They're very nice. I bought them on Amazon. They come in pretty colors. They make lots of different sounds. This one's very soft. Some of these have different sounds, but and they weren't terribly expensive. But we have a more cost-effective way to come up with egg shakers, and that is if you have leftover Easter eggs, like this, and we have a little bag of garbanzo beans. In this case, it could be rice, it could be lentils, could be most anything, and if you just open up your egg.
Well, that's a nice hinged egg.
Yeah, some of my eggs came that way. I like those. Then you don't lose the other half. So here's my shaker. Here you go, Liddy. You can
Why,
make one
thank
for
you.
you.
I will. So I just wanted to put in a plug. Let's say you don't have any plastic eggs sitting around your house. You can use an old Tic Tac box. You can use an Altoids box. You could pop some of these little garbanzo beans in
An empty gum container, like Mentos or
or even like an old medicine pill bottle. All right. So we're going to show you how wonderful these egg shakers are. And our first song is I Know a Chicken. Well, I know a chicken.
I know a chicken,
And she laid an egg.
and she laid an egg.
I said, I know a chicken.
I know a chicken,
And she laid an egg.
and she laid an egg.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
It's a shaky egg.
Egg.
Shake them fast. Shake them fast. Shake them fast. Shake them fast. Shake your eggs. Shake them fast. Shake them fast. 'Cause I know a chicken.
I know a chicken,
And she laid an egg.
and she laid an egg.
I said, now I know a chicken.
I know a chicken,
And she laid an egg.
and she laid an egg.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
It's a shaky egg. Now shake 'em slow. Shake how it goes. Shake 'em slow. You know how it goes. Shake 'em fast. Shake 'em fast. Shake 'em fast. 'Cause I know a chicken.
I know a chicken,
And she laid an egg.
and she laid an egg.
I know a chicken.
I know a chicken,
And she laid an egg.
and she laid an egg.
Well, now, oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
It's a shaky egg. All right.
So we got some more shaking to do.
Yep.
Get these eggs out of the way. I put these all back in my bag. Bye, eggs.
Bye, eggs.
We always say bye to our toys when we put them away.
Yeah. So we have some quick and easy activities that come up. These are pretty cheap to make, and they go pretty fast. Okay. So I don't know if you've ever made homemade ice cream in a plastic bag, but that is what we are about.
We're gonna try it.
So I have a big bag for Debbie and a big bag for me and a little bag for
couple
Debbie.
little bags each.
Yeah, we need a couple little bags. So these are your basic Ziplocs. And
So this is a very quick and easy, cheap way to make homemade ice cream. I have one little box of Jell-O instant pudding, vanilla flavored. And just put some of that in here. And then we're going to add some half and half. Ooh, I guess I got to pull the thing.
well, that's how you know it's fresh.
That's very fresh. Just bought it today. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna pour that in. Oh, look at that pretty color. That's beautiful. All right.
So that's about 3 cups of,
3 cups.
it's at about the 3-cup line.
Yep.
You stir.
Stir it up. And, you know, if you don't have any ice, this will suddenly turn into pudding. But we do have ice.
But we do have ice.
Okay, there's our ice. I like to put a splash of vanilla in, and if you want, you can add a little bit more sugar. I don't think it needs it, but just if you want your ice cream a little bit sweeter. But I put in about a teaspoon of vanilla, just like that.
And of course, you and your child can stir it together, you know, because this is a project.
All right, Miss Liddy, you ready to put some in?
Yeah,
That right over there. See how big of a mess we can make here.
we're probably pretty big.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Enough.
And let me hold, yeah, and you want to seal it tight as can be, and let me hold a bag so that you can pour some for yours.
All right.
So, you know, blue and red make purple or whatever it is, but you want to make sure.
it's sealed.
Yeah. Okay, and then I was going to hold this little one.
Okay.
So that you could,
Oh, yeah. Okay.
you know what I mean? Genevieve?
Sure. There we go. Okay. Enough. Whoa, and I'm making a big one. We should have brought it in the pot. Oh, well. I love you.
All right. Then you're going to double bag them.
Because you don't want salt in your ice cream. So I'm going to make sure that mine is sealed really, really well.
Yeah, and mine is tight as can be. And then I'm going to put this just like this.
Put one in your, put your bag inside the bag.
On. Ready to go. Paired.
Guess what? We're going to pretend. Because
We're going to pretend.
we were supposed to bring salt. Guess what? We forgot the salt. But anyway, you put your little bag
Your double bag.
into a big bag. Well, I'm going to put my ice in there. So I'm going to dump my ice in. Whoa.
Good thinking.
Whoa, I made a mess. Oh.
All right.
And ice is courtesy of the next door Dairy Queen. We appreciate that very much. Thank you, Dairy Queen, for accommodating us for our little project. And now we've got our ice. Whoa, okay.
Now, if we had the salt,
We would put the salt in at this point.
at this point,
And it makes the ice it lowers the temperature.
Mhm.
I'm not sure about all the scientific jargon as to why that happens. It has to do with it dissolving the ice back into water, and when it does that, it pulls some of the heat out, and that's what makes the temperature drop.
right.
So we have a big canvas bag to put it in because when it gets really cold, we don't want it to freeze your hands.
Yes.
So we're going to shake it in a canvas bag.
Okay. Now, the magic number of minutes for shaking is 8,
Okay.
which can seem like a very long time if that's all that you're doing. However, shaking is a perfect lead-in to dancing. So about 3 songs is what you've got. So we are going to entertain you and dance to some great shaking music. So let's just play them all. Go, baby, go.
Okay, I'll take the first step.
Twist and shout.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Look it up loud. Look it up loud. It's so good. Keep going. Got me going like a beautiful. Like a beautiful.
So take time. Good job. And magically salt appears.
It really does make a difference.
Oh, this is exciting.
Oh, it's getting colder already. I can feel it. All right, here we go.
Oh, baby. Twist and shout. Come on, baby. Work it on out. It's so good. So fine. It's so fine. Come on and twist a little closer now. Twist a little closer. Let me know that you're mine. Now you're mine. But take it, take it up, baby. But take it, baby. Take it up, baby. Take it up, baby.
You got 3 kids with each concert.
That's right. More, everybody can have their own bag. That's true.
All right, we're 1/3 of the way. Getting our workout. Here you go.
Shake, Sonora, shake your body line. Shake, Sonora, shake it all the time. Work, Sonora, work your body line. Work, Sonora, work it all the time. My girl's name is Sonora. I tell you friends I adore her. And when she dances, oh brother, she's a hurricane in all kinds of weather. Jump in the line, rock your body in time. Okay, I believe you. Jump in the line, rock your body in time. Okay, I believe you. Jump in the line, rock your body in time. Okay, I believe you. Jump in the line, rock your body in time. Shake, Sonora, shake your body line. Shake, Sonora, shake it all the time. Work, Sonora, work your body line. Work, Sonora, work it all the time. You can talk about cha-cha, tango, waltz, the rumba. Sonora's dance has the bridle. You jump in the saddle, hold on to the bridle. Jump in the line, rock your body in time. Jump in the line, rock your body in time. Everybody salsa. Jump in the line, rock your body in time. Somebody help me. Jump in the line, rock your body in time. Shake, Sonora, shake your body line. Shake, Sonora, shake it all the time. Work, Sonora, work your body line. Work, Sonora, work it all the time. Sonora, she's a sensation. The reason for our And girls, you got to watch it. When she wind up, she bottom, she go like a rocket. Jump in the line, rock your body in time. Okay, jump in the line, rock your body in time. I don't step to the high. Jump in the line, rock your body in time. Off the chimney. Jump in the line, rock your body in time.
Wait to taste it.
Shake, 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 Sonora. Shake your body line. Work, 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 Sonora. Work it all the time. Dance, 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 Sonora.
Please dance.
Dance it all the time. Work, 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 Sonora. Work it all the time. Sonora dance is the big show. Left to right is the tempo. And when she gets that sensation, she go up in the air and down in slow motion. Jump in the line, rock your body in time. Okay, I believe you. Jump in the line, rock your body in time. Somebody, okay. Jump in the line, rock your body in time. Okay, I believe you. Jump in the line, rock your body in time. Whoa. Shake, 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 Sonora, shake your body line. Shake, 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 Sonora, shake it all the time. Sonora.
One more song. One more song.
Yeah, ready.
Deep down in Louisiana, close to New Orleans, way back up in the woods among the evergreens, there stood a log cabin made of earth and wood, where lived a country boy named Johnny B. Good, who never ever learned to read or write so well, but he could play a guitar just like a ring in a bell. Go, go! Go, Johnny, go! Go! Go, Johnny, go! Go! Go, Johnny, go! Go! Go, Johnny, go! Go! Johnny be good. He used to carry his guitar and a gun inside.
Game open. That's why you double bag it.
Go, Johnny, go, go. Go, Johnny, go, go. Go, Johnny, go, go. Go, Johnny, go, go. Johnny be good. What do you think? I think it's done. All right.
All right, let's do some ice cream.
Woo. All right. So there's nothing magic about old rock and roll songs, except that they were able. What I was able to download, you could probably get some good shaking music with, wheels on the bus. But
Oh, yeah.
okay. So what you're hoping for is going to be kind of a soft serve. And this is really soft.
Oh, well.
That's okay though.
Probably because we didn't have the salt in it the whole time.
Yeah.
The salt really makes it. But I'm going to taste it anyway.
Because
Just because. Yeah. The other thing you could do, if you didn't want to shake your ice cream, is after you mix this up, you can pour it into popsicle container.
Right.
To make it in the freezer. And then it'll be ready in an hour.
yeah.
Ooh.
See, I think mine is starting to.
Yeah, it's starting to firm up a little bit.
Yeah.
It probably needed a little more time, but you know what? We don't have all day. So
It's pretty delicious, and it tastes just like Dairy Queen ice cream.
tastes like soft serve.
Mhm.
But we thank them for the ice. Thank you, Dairy Queen, for the ice.
So this is pretty cheap, pretty easy, except for the part where we didn't start off with everything that we needed. But
We forgot the salt, but don't forget the salt.
don't forget the salt, and
Put
you're
it
good.
back in there, and I'll bet it'll be.
So another great, fun, and easy thing to do, this is very quick and very easy, is hammering golf tees into a watermelon. And it's called that because that's exactly what you do. So Debbie, there are some golf tees to your left.
Right over here.
Okay. And
Got ourselves a big old watermelon.
so if there's nothing magic about the watermelon either, if you don't have a watermelon, an orange will work.
Or a cantaloupe,
or an apple.
or even some styrofoam.
Right.
If you have packing styrofoam, like the last time you bought something electronic, they usually come in a box. Oh, Lydia, I can't open this. My hands are wet.
Well, they're double bagged too.
Yep, scissors.
Look at that.
Scissors are magic.
Okay. So basically what you do, this is my weapon of destruction. And you can probably get some of this started for your kiddo first. Just kind of tap it in. But then it's their job to keep hammering it in. And you can have, maybe they may end up doing that, but,
There it goes.
There it
Look at
goes.
that.
I got these golf tees at Target for, I don't know,
Cheap.
$1.99, something like that. So you can give it a little push and then hammer away.
Hammers right in.
Yep.
Look at that.
Okay, so that's quick and easy. That'll keep them busy while you're making dinner.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, so then
They can tell them, pretend that they're making a house, or they can pretend that they're building a porch, or whatever they do.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to do.
And then we had one more quick and easy one.
I think we were gonna move on to your balloon bongo.
Oh, okay. All right, so the balloon bongo. All right, I was so excited when I found out about this thing. So balloon bongos are actually a bongo, a gyro, and is that how you pronounce it? Gyro. And kind of a maracas.
And the shaker.
And a shaker. So for this, what you need are some beans or rice or
Anything that
lentils. Look,
Mardi
reminds
Gras
me.
beads will work in a pinch if you don't have any of the.
This was a baked beans can that I cleaned. It's good because it's got these ridges.
Yeah. Those
Okay.
are great.
So I don't know how many we need. There's another one.
Probably just a couple.
Yep. Okay. So then you take a balloon. All right. So then you're going to keep those in there by taking a balloon and cutting off the neck. Okay, like that. Okay. And then you're going to stretch that balloon across the mouth of the can.
Helps to have two people, one to hold the can still. Got it?
I think so. And then you want to secure it with a rubber band or something.
Just to make sure.
Just to make sure. It's on there pretty tight. So, can I borrow your chopstick? Sure. Okay. All right. So,
Both chopsticks.
you can throw them on it like that. You can take the chopstick and rub it like that, or
Oh, wow.
it's a good, this is good. And, it was the price of a can of baked beans, basically. So, to show how this works, our next song is going to be,
Oh, let's do Wheels on the Bus.
all right. The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town. The wipers on the bus go swish, 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 swish. The wipers on the bus go swish, 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 all through the town. The driver on the bus says, move on back, move on back, move on back. The driver on the bus says, move on back, all through the town. The money on the bus goes clink, 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 clink. The money bells clink, 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 all through the town. The lower doors on
the doors.
Doors on the bus go open and shut, open and shut, open and shut. The doors on the bus go open and shut, all through the town. The babies on the bus go wah, 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 wah. The babies on the bus go wah, 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 all through the town. Right. So that leads us into.
I'm sorry. Gotta get my page up there. That's yours.
I wasn't going to say anything.
I stole your paper. Oh, let's play in the water. It's time for water.
It is time for water. Okay.
I will get our tubs.
All right. I've got a tub of water here.
Okay. And I have an empty tub right here.
Okay. So we have basic tubs because we're kind of, you can have a water table that costs $200 and get it on Amazon. Or you can do what we did.
You can have just a plain old dish pan.
Mm-hmm.
Or I like this one to travel with because
It has a lid.
it has a lid. And this one, I think I got it at Dollar Tree or something, but I've had it for 15 years. And you can put beans and rice in it if you don't want to use water. But I have some lovely scoops. Ooh, this came from a protein powder. This is an old measuring cup. Mm-hmm. This is a different set of old measuring cups. And
Scoop and pour. And scoop and pour. So I was working with a little boy today who was so excited, and all he wanted to do was wiggle his fingers back and forth in it.
if you have a little bit of dish soap or a little bit of bubble bath, you can put that in there and it becomes a whole different game too. Bubbles, foam on top, and there. I have some little friends in here. Let's see.
Let's teach them how to swim. Who do we have?
Well, here's Woody.
Woody.
Woody likes to go swimming.
Boink.
Whoa. And I have some dinosaurs. We
Are the dinosaurs marching, marching? We are the dinosaurs. What do you think of that?
And they go. Another one. Oh, and I have a Care Bear.
Oh, Care Bears, yes.
Splash. Oh, and some kids only like to play with cars, so we have a car.
And you can have a car wash. So if you squirt a little detergent in there, you can have a car wash or a toy wash.
Yep. Some of our little girls are very fond of My Little Ponies. So we have My Little Pony, and she goes. And just for fun, a dolphin.
Okay. Oh yeah,
And
beads
some
in the water.
beads. There
Beads
we
in the
go.
water look very pretty. I don't know how much you can see. Probably not too
I've
much.
got quite a menagerie going in there.
Yeah.
And a little puppy dog.
Some sort of royal puppy and a little
Little
girl.
girl.
And so this is where the pretend part comes. So your child might be interested in splashing, but you could do a little pretend play. And so like the dinosaur can, it can just kind of narrate what you're doing. So the dinosaur swims up to the little girl and says, and she jumps on her little pony, So
Run away.
yeah,
Run away.
right. So pretend play is definitely cheap. And your little one might still just be into the
Scooping and pouring.
Yep.
But you know what? We can give Woody a shower. Here he goes. There you go, Woody. Have a shower.
Scoop and pour.
And we could actually try to scoop up some of these little toys. I'm going to scoop that going. I'm going to scoop that car. Look, I got it.
Oh,
There he is.
wow.
Oh, here's some bigger scoops.
It's everywhere. All right.
We're making a mess. It's going to be fun to clean this up after.
It is. So I wanted to go on a little bit using the same tub of water. And we're going to do something called spray bottle art. And this is definitely a process art project and not a product art project. But what you have So these are some very nice watercolors, okay, and which are so securely put in there that I will never get the brush up.
Got it?
Yep.
Got it.
All right. So what you basically do is I'm just going to dip my brush in here and dip it into some watercolor, and then I'm going to paint. And you can, I don't know, let's see here. What do we have going? Ah, there we go.
That's
A little bit, yeah. And I'm going to put some green on there. So it doesn't matter really what it looks like. Some older kids can get into, doing shapes. If you wanted, you could show them shapes.
Make a circle,
Circle.
triangle.
These watercolors are not very dark, but okay.
If you don't have watercolors at home, you have little bottles of food coloring.
Oh, you want to throw some food coloring on there?
Coloring on there. Spread that
Very nice.
around.
Yeah. Oh, see that's even darker. All right. So once you get your design on there, this is where.
Here's some pink.
Oh yeah, let's get some pink in there.
There we go.
Okay. And my spray bottle might be
Right behind you.
right behind me. Okay. So this is so then you hold it up, and then you spray it, and then you watch it as it makes designs.
Oh, that's pretty.
Okay.
Oh, you should see our water.
I know. So you might not want to do this over your water table, but I didn't want to do it over the carpet.
You can do it outside.
Exactly. Or you could put down a shower curtain and it could catch it. But then it makes that, and that's something that wouldn't look terrible on your refrigerator
Yeah,
door.
there you go. That's great. I like it.
Okay. So you should add a little bit, and I'm going to set it over here.
The other thing you can do, and now we have that, is you can watercolor your water.
Right.
You can make your water blue or red or green, it's safe and non-toxic, just food coloring. So now our water, I'll show you, our water is now pink.
It is pink. All right. So we wanted to do one of our other favorite songs. And this song is by Laurie Berkner, as was the chicken song. So this is
Fish.
the goldfish song.
Only
It
today
is.
we're doing it with sharks, so it's going to be sharks
Yes.
because
But
we don't have goldfish.
right. So we wanted to bring up the point that you don't have to have shakers or things, that you can use props as you're singing songs with your kiddo.
Whatever you have on hand. Like today we don't have goldfish.
Right.
Yeah, sharks.
And say you didn't even have sharks, you could use this ASL sign for fish. Okay. All right. So.
Lots of little fish were sleeping on a rock in the bottom of the ocean. They lifted up their heads and they shook out their tails and they said, "Let's go swimming, let's go swimming, let's go swimming. Yeah, let's go swimming, let's go swimming, let's go swimming in the bottom of the ocean." Then the little fish got so very, very tired that they came back to the rock. They put down their heads and they put down their tails and they took a little nap. And when they woke up,
They were a little bit dirty. So they took a shower.
and they washed their hair.
And they washed their ears. And they washed their tummies. And they washed their very long fishy ears. And they washed their noses. And they washed their toes. And then they said, "Wait a minute. We're fish. We don't take showers. Let's go swimming. Let's go swimming. Yeah, let's go swim. Let's go swimming. Let's go swimming at the bottom of the ocean." Then the little fish got so very, very tired, they came back to their rock. They put down their heads, and they put down their tails, and they took a little nap.
Wake up!
Whoa! And when they woke up, they decided to ride their bicycles.
So they rode to the
left, and they rode to the right, and they rode all day, and they rode all night, 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 and they
down the hill.
then faster still. And then they said, wait a minute, we're fish. We don't ride bicycles. Let's go swimming, let's go swimming. Yeah, let's go swimming, let's go swimming, let's go swimming at the bottom of the ocean.
They can also brush their teeth.
Okay, so now we wanted to talk a little bit about messy play. And I see that
As if we haven't been messy enough already.
we have been plenty messy, but we can get messier still.
Yes, we can.
So I prepared something last night, and it's over there. And your little toy friends, they're close by still, right?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
Put it in the bucket.
So
I'll get them out.
what I prepared was lime gelatin, which in this cookie pan. So right now, the lime gelatin is, it's not quite room temperature, but almost. Anyway,
It's warm in here.
it's warm in here. So I just prepared it according to the package and put it in my refrigerator, and it was all set up in about an hour. And that's okay. You know what? We're just gonna pull it here. Well, we did, yes, we do. Here, and so now all of the gelatin is on the plastic.
It's on the plastic.
Okay,
But, you
but
know, we can squish it right up. Look at that.
that's true, and it doesn't have to look like anything except goo, which it certainly does. It fits that.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, I got some more goo.
Whoa.
Okay,
Oh,
so
we
this
got
is,
lots of goo.
we have lots of goo. All right. So now you have some disgusting looking stuff here, and it's perfectly edible. I use a very old package of sugar-free lime gelatin, but you can use a newer package that's much nicer. So then the idea is to get in there. So sometimes kids are a little sensitive to that gooey texture, but that's when toys come in. And like the dinosaurs can run through the goo. If you had little construction vehicles,
You can drive through the goo.
right? That's
Oh, we
fun
have a
too.
car. Where's the car? Oh, here he is.
Oh, good.
Here's a car.
Oh. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. So it is very fun to
And here comes Sheriff Woody.
whoop, whoop, whoop.
Howdy, partners. I'm walking through the swamp.
Hey, Sheriff Woody, it's very sticky here.
Oh, hey, you didn't roar at me. You're supposed to scare me.
Roar! Okay. Anyway, so and now I'm covered in goo, which is the way it should be.
Here's a Care Bear.
The dinosaurs are just gonna eat the Care Bear.
Oh no, poor Care Bear.
Yeah, well, he needs to stand up for himself.
Here comes Little Pony to the rescue. Go away, dinosaurs.
Okay. So anyway, that was a pretty easy setup. I made it last night, and it sat in my refrigerator until it came and sat out here
And got gooey.
and got gooey. But that's all right.
You just put everything in your tub of water.
Yep. And you're good to go. Okay.
I wish you brought towels. Oh well.
Okay. Did you just wash your hands in the?
I did.
In the water
Would you like to
table?
wash your
Yes,
hands
I
on the
would.
Water table. There you go. Wash them off.
All right. Quick and easy. Then we have yet another lovely gooey thing,
Oh yes.
which is oobleck. So I believe it was Bartholomew Cubbins and the oobleck.
So for oobleck, you need 2 ingredients. You need cornstarch and water. How about that water?
Yep,
That water's pretty
that is
yucky.
pretty
That's
disgusting.
disgusting water at this point. Okay, so we're gonna put some fresh cornstarch in here, about that much.
Uh-huh. Now, how much water do you expect we need?
You know, I have found that it really doesn't matter. Maybe half a cup or so, or a cup. Yeah, half of that.
Okay.
Okay, let's stir it.
All right.
I have a
That is
lovely
a
wooden
beautiful wooden spoon.
Thank you.
All right. So the cool thing about this oobleck is that it's taste safe. So everybody likes to play with slime, but
You don't want to eat glue.
you don't want to eat glue and you don't want to eat glitter, and this is neither of those things. But it does some pretty impressive things.
I need a little bit more cornstarch.
Okay.
There we go.
This stuff has a mind of its own.
It can be a solid and a liquid. It's kind of hard to stir sometimes because it seizes up, but then it just melts away back into a liquid. So I like to do it with my fingers so much. See, pick it up, and it just kind of melts into a liquid.
Ooh, yeah, look at that. But if you push on it, then it gets hard. Okay, so
You want a little bit more in there? I think it could use a little bit more. It's getting solid on the bottom, but
yep,
a little
yep.
bit more. All right, more cornstarch. That ought to do it.
All right, and then part of the fun for you and your kiddo is to mix it up. So
Yeah, see, and it feels wet and dry at the same time.
it's very weird.
It's strange,
And
strange.
it looks like that.
Here it goes. See, look at that. It's just liquefied.
Ooh, it's really stretchy.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
And you can also add food coloring if you wish. I think I'm going to forego the food coloring because my hands are already stained. So. But if you want to add food coloring, you go right ahead. Look at that. I mean, I picked it up and it's hard as rock, and then it just melts. Look at the stream.
yeah,
Kind of like mozzarella cheese almost.
yeah.
See, look, this is dry. I need a little more water, maybe. There we go. Glub, glub.
Okay, so you can play with this
All day.
all day or for 2 minutes if they decide that it's icky, which they might, but maybe they'll play with the dry part. So you never know. And it's always a good idea to try things out, and what they like or what they don't like one week, they might like the next week.
That's true. And it's absolutely safe. It's
Right.
just powdered corn,
Yep.
cornstarch.
And now so are my hands.
Yep.
All right, so
Now what are we gonna do?
we're
What are we
gonna,
gonna do, Liddy?
this is just disgusting. All right, so let's wash our hand in our water table.
Okay, let's do that. Okay, bye-bye, Oobleck.
All right,
That was fun.
there we go.
Wash, wash.
Okay.
You don't want to see this water. It's food color
All right.
cornstarch.
So, let's see here. We wanted to do another song.
Okay.
And if we had our construction toys, we could have done the wheels on the truck go around.
We
and
could
around.
have. We still can.
And why not?
So if you have different toys besides the bus, you can change the lyrics to match the toys that you have.
Yes.
So we're going to pretend we have a truck. Like a big dump truck and an excavator. How about that?
The wheels on the truck go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the truck go round and round, all through the town. The bucket on the truck goes up and down, up and down, up and down. The bucket on the truck goes up and down, all through the town. The pusher on the dozer goes push, 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 push. The pusher on the dozer goes push, 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 all through the town. There we go. That's it. So you can change that up to match your toys.
It's also good to sing songs when you're transitioning between activities. You can sing things like time for dinner, time for dinner.
Come and sit, come and sit. Time for dinner, time for dinner. Come and sit, come and sit. You could sometimes, also true for our Jacques, if you want to, if your little guy is having a hard time transitioning from one activity to the next, we can sing 1 more minute, which gives them a heads up. It goes like this. 1 more minute, 1 more minute, left to play, left to play. 1 more minute, 1 more minute, left to play, left to play. And then, because they can't tell time, and because you have sung for about a minute, moving into the next thing, okay? Which might be picking up toys.
So we're
Picking up the toys and putting them in the basket. Picking up the toys and putting them in the basket. Picking up the toys and put them in the basket. That's the way we clean up. Okay? And then you could add a verse like 1 little, 2 little, 3 little toys, 4 little, 5 little, 6 little toys, 7 little, 8 little, 9 little toys. Put them in the basket. So what's good about that is that you're telling them what to do in the form of a song. It almost seems like a game.
and they'll do it almost every time.
Yep.
If you sing it.
Yep.
You know, if you say, "Oh, time to pick up your toys," you know.
So transition songs soften the blow, and try and work in what you're doing. It doesn't have to be those 3 songs. It could be, you know, I've been working on the railroad, so I've been playing in the sandbox all the live long day. I've been playing in the sandbox,
But now we gotta
put it away. Right. So, you know, you could, make the song fit what you're doing, and work in what will happen next. So lunch is just around the corner. Hurry and let's pick it up. Okay.
I'm hungry. You too.
Let's go have our lunch. Okay, and it doesn't have to rhyme.
No.
It doesn't even have to scam.
No.
But just use familiar tunes. You know, lots of kids like the alphabet song, ABC, and you could probably work in some great things like that. So our last thing, this is an outside art activity, and that is homemade finger paint. Woohoo! So for this, we are going to use some pudding. This is cooking, so we don't want that. So this is instant pudding. And I've got a couple of flavors. So I've got a couple of...
We already have the vanilla.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So what I've got here, this is a more finger paint paper. Okay. And this is what makes this finger paint paper is that it's a little stiffer than typing paper. It's not quite as stiff as a paper plate, which would also
But you
work.
could always use a
You
paper
can
plate.
use a paper plate. Okay.
Or if you don't want to keep what the art that they're doing, you could just use a tray.
Yes.
Like a cookie sheet.
And you might not want to keep it because we're using pudding and it will smell.
True.
Okay. So basically, you just kind of bake your pudding, you stick your fingers in there, and you wipe it all around. And if you have other flavors, or if you have food coloring, you can get all kinds of things. And it's outdoor messy art, but it's just fun. And you just scoop it in there and then you rub it all around and you can't do it wrong.
And if they taste their fingers,
then they're eating pudding.
yeah, it's delicious.
Well, yes, it is. Okay. So that is the last part of our presentation. It was delicious. So, okay. So there's lots of ways that you can have fun for not very much money and without any technology, unless you count scissors. You know, it's fun to look up and find new activities. I wanted to put a quick plug in for the Holly Ridge Center Educators website. Every month we put in activities that go with our curriculum theme. So
Lots of fun stuff on there.
yes,
Yeah.
and there's stuff. I mean, we've had it up for almost a year now. So there are activities from September through July right now, and August is coming soon. So you can find art activities and sensory play and songs. Debbie and I have recorded some songs for July.
Yep, they're there.
So if you don't know how the tune goes, you could listen to us. It's pretty cool. So there's lots of more activities.
Before we go, we're supposed to ask if anybody has any questions. If you have questions, you can type them in and we'll try to answer them. If not, we'll say goodbye. We'll wait just a minute, see if we get any questions. We could probably post the recipes, but the recipe for the ice cream is very simple. It's just vanilla pudding and half and half.
Yeah.
A little splash of vanilla. Doesn't even need any added sugar.
Okay.
All right.
We must be just that good.
I guess we're that good. Either that or nobody's watching. I hope you're watching. So we sure had fun.
Well, if we're really done,
We could sing our
we
goodbye
could sing
song.
the goodbye song. So this is one more transition. Lots of little people have a hard time saying goodbye. I'm a big person and I have a hard time saying goodbye sometimes. So this little song helps to kind of soften that blow. And we sing it at the end of every session. So our hands go up, 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 and hickory, dickory, dock. The time has come to stop, 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 and be all done, all done. It's time to say goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. It's time to say goodbye to all of our friends. Goodbye to Debbie and Liddy and everyone and everyone. It's time to say goodbye to all of our friends.
Bye. Thank you.